Hey y'all, Steve here. I'm getting ready to do an unboxing video. I've got everything set up and I looked at my setup and I thought, why don't I show you guys how I do set up for these tabletop type videos, unboxings, etc., and how I set up my lights, and it's just the way that I do things, and maybe you guys will get an idea after seeing how I'm set up to do mine. Okay, so here's my setup. What you're looking at is just a cheap little card table that you can get in any, store, Walmart. And what I've done is I have used a tablecloth cover from Walmart also. It's, I don't know, $7-8. It's a camo pattern out of Walmart. Got it in the sporting goods department. So that's usually where I set everything to go ahead and make these type of videos. And today we're getting ready to do an unboxing video on a Sennheiser wireless G3 microphone system. So I'm pretty much set up for that. Now right here, I'll be shooting this today with a Canon XA10 camera, and I'm using a Manfrotto tripod, and you'll see something a little bit different about this particular tripod. The very top of it extends out and over, and I like that feature, and that's one of the reasons that I bought it. My camera is getting ready to auto power off. Let me stop that because I want to leave that on. There we go. Now the camera itself is sitting on a ball head, and that gives me a lot of movement, and I can set my camera up any way I want. But one of the things that I really wanted to show you today was my lighting. Now I believe in being frugal and using cheap equipment in place of expensive equipment if at all possible. So what I've done, and what you can do this, you can find these little clamp-on work lights at Lowe's, Home Improvement, or Home Depot, or maybe your local hardware store. And these are like $7, $8, $9 a piece. They're not expensive at all, but they have great clamps. Right here they have great clamps. These are rubber coated, so you can clamp them to things without doing any damage. And the light itself will pivot. It's got a couple of, it's like a ball, a little ball hitch right there that will rotate, so you can get virtually any setup you want and any angle with these lights. And then what I've done is I've gone to into the lighting section, and I look for some spotlights that to me would kind of recreate the outdoor light. I did not want to get the standard lights that look like they are very warm, very golden. I wanted something that would produce something closer to more natural sunlight. So that's my setup. I've got one over here, and I've hooked them just to tripods. These are just old cheap tripods. So I've hooked them to there, one on each. I've got my tripod here right in the middle that I'll be shooting from, and basically I've got everything tucked close to the table. So what I will do is I'll sit here at this chair, I'll unbox my item, and the way I've got my camera set up right here is I can sit there and I can keep an eye on my LCD screen, and I know if I'm starting to move that product out of frame. Right here, when I sit down, let me back up. You see my chair, and there's the LCD folded out on the camera. That's at eye level for me, so I can sit there, unbox my goods, look up, keep an eye out, and make sure that I'm not moving the box all over the table and going out of frame. So there you go. It's just a cheap, inexpensive setup using just regular stuff you'll find in a home improvement store for my lighting. Now I open the blinds. I try to get as much natural light. There's my back door. Here's another window. I do have my overhead lights turned on as well as my ceiling fan lights are on. So all of these lights combine to reduce the shadows and throw some really good light in what is usually a fairly dark room. So there you go, y'all. I hope this is helpful. Maybe you get some ideas for yourself on how to do some unboxing videos. There's no right way and there's no wrong way. This happens to work for me right now until I come across or figure out a better solution. Hey, I'm Steve. I'll see all you guys in my next video.